Chapter 14. These are the lands that the people of Israel received in Canaan. Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the leaders of the families of the tribes of Israel made the division. Moses had given a portion of the land to the 2.5 tribes that stayed east of the Jordan River. But the Levites did not receive land. The people of Israel divided the land as the Lord had commanded Moses. You know what the Lord said to Moses, the man of God, in Kadesh Barnea, about you and me? I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land, and I gave a report that I knew was true. The people of the tribe of Judah went to speak with Joshua in Gilgal. On that day, Moses made the following promise to me. Caleb, you faithfully obeyed the Lord my God. The descendants of Joseph were divided into 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim. Until today, Hebron belongs to the descendants of Caleb, son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, because he faithfully obeyed the Lord, the God of Israel. Before that, Hebron was called Kirioth Arba, and I feel as strong today as on the day Moses sent me to spy out the land. Then there was peace in the land. I still have enough strength to fight in war and to do whatever is needed. As the Lord had commanded Moses, the division of the lands of the 9.5 tribes was made by lot. No piece of land was given to the Levites, but they had cities to live in, and also pastures for their cattle and their flocks. Caleb, son of Jephunneh, from the Kenizzite people, said to Joshua, the others who went with me spread fear among the people, but I faithfully obeyed the Lord, my God. So be sure that you and your children will be owners forever of all the land you set foot on. Now see, it has been 45 years since the Lord God said these things to Moses. That was when the people of Israel were crossing the desert. At that time, we told you that the Anakite giants were there, living in large cities surrounded by walls. If the Lord is with me, I will drive them out as he promised. And the Lord has kept me alive until today. Look at me, I am 85 years old. Now give me this hill country that the Lord promised me when my companions and I gave the report. Then Joshua blessed Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and gave him the city of Hebron to be his property. Arba had been the greatest of the Anakites. Chapter 15. The families of the tribe of Judah received a portion of the land with the following boundaries. To the south, the lands extended to the border of Edom and to the wilderness of Zin. They began at the southern end of the Dead Sea and went southward from the ascent of Akrabim to Zin, to the north. The boundary began there, went to Beth Hoglah, and passed north of Beth Araboth. From there it went up to the stone of Bohan. Starting from the southern region, the border went up to Kadesh Barnea, passed through Hezron and on to Adar, and circled around Karka. It continued to Asman and followed the brook of Egypt to the Mediterranean Sea, where it ended. These were the boundaries of the tribe of Judah to the south. Caleb drove out from there the 3 sons of Anak, Shishai, Ahiman, and Talmai. From there he went to attack the people who lived in Debir, a city that was formerly called Kirioth Sepher. When Aksah went to live with Othniel, she urged him to ask her father for some land. So Caleb gave her the upper and lower springs. The lands that the families of the tribe of Judah received as their property are listed below. Aksah went to where Caleb was, and when she got off her donkey, her father asked her, "What do you want?" "I want a gift." Buziathia, Bala, Im, Ezem, Eltola, Kezel, Hormah, Ziklag, Madmana, Sensana, Labouth, Shilhim, Ain, and Rimmon. In total, 9 towns with their surrounding villages. They also received Ekron with its surrounding towns in the hill country, the towns of Shamir, Jatir, Sako, Dana, Kirioth, Sana, or Debir, Anab, Eshtemoh, Anam, Goshen, Holon, and Gilo. In total, 11 towns with their surrounding villages. And villages in all the towns and villages near Ashdod, from Ekron to the Mediterranean Sea. In total, 9 towns with their surrounding villages. They received the towns of Maon, Carmel, Ziph, Judah, Jezreel, Jokdeam, Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah. In total, 29 towns with their surrounding villages. To this day they live there with the people of Judah. In total, 6 towns with their surrounding villages. The towns in the lowlands were Eshtaol, Zorah, Ashna, Enoah, Enganyum, Tapua, Enam, Jarmuth, Adullam, Sako, Azaka, Sharam, Aditum, Gedera, and Gederotum. 2 towns with their surrounding villages. In the wilderness, Beth Arabah, Middin, Sakaka, Nibshan, the city of Salt, and En-Gedi. Then it passed the north side of Mount Jearim, or Kesalon, descended to Beth Shemesh, and went beyond Timnah. They also received the towns of Zenin, Hadasha, Migdal, Gad, Delin, Mespe, Jokthil, Lachish, Bozkath, Eglon, Cabin, Lamas, Kitlish, Gederoth, Beth Dagon, Nama, and Makkedah. In total, 16 towns with their surrounding villages. Othniel conquered the city, was the son of Kenaz, Caleb's brother. From there the boundary followed the slopes of the hills north of Ekron, turned toward Shekharon, passed Mount Bala, went out to Jabneel, and ended at the Mediterranean Sea, and turned north toward Gilgal, which is opposite the ascent of Aneim, on the south side of the valley. Then the boundary went up to the top of the hill that faces the valley of Hinnom to the west, at the end of the valley of Giants to the north. From the top of the hill, it went to the spring of Nephtoah, and from there to the towns near Mount Ephron. These were the boundaries of the land of the families of the tribe of Judah. As the Lord had commanded Joshua, a portion of the land of the people of Judah was given to Caleb, son of Jephunneh. Then it continued to the waters of En-Shemesh, and on to the spring of Rogel, to the east. The boundary was the Dead Sea up to the point where the Jordan River enters. Bohan was the son of Reuben. Then, starting in the valley of Trouble, it went to Dobir. From there it went through the valley of Ben-Hinnom, on the south side of the Jebusite hill. Then it turned toward Bala, or Kirioth Jearim, and circled Bala on the west to Mount Seir. To the west, the boundary was the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. Joshua gave him Hebron. Caleb said, "I will give my daughter Aksah in marriage to the man who conquers the city of Kiriath Sepher." So Caleb gave him his daughter Aksah in marriage. "Since you have given me dry land, give me also some springs of water." In the far south, near the border of Edom, they received the towns of Kabzeel, Edor Jagur, Kaina, Damana, Adada, Kadesh, Hazor, Ithnan, Ziph, Telem, Baloth, Hazor, Hadada, Kerioth, Hezron, or Hazor, Amam, Shema, Malada, Zar, Gada, Heshmon, Beth Pelat, Hazar, Shul, Beersheba, in total 14 towns with their surrounding villages. The families of Judah also received Libnah, Etha, Ashan, Ephta, Ashna, Nazib, Keilah, Aksib, and Mareshah. They received the towns of Ashdod and Gaza with their surrounding towns and villages. That Merd stretched to the brook of Egypt and the Mediterranean coast. The families of Judah also received Arab, Duma, Eshon, Janam, Beth Tapua, Phekah, Humta, Kirioth, Arba, or Hebron, and Zayor. In total, 10 towns with their surrounding villages. They also received Halhel, Beth Zor, Gedor, Merath, Beth Anath, and Eltekon. They also received Kirioth Baal, or Kirioth Jearim, and Rabbah. In total, 6 towns with their surrounding villages. But the people of Judah could not drive out the Jebusites who lived in Jerusalem. Chapter 16. The lands that were given to the descendants of Joseph extended from the Jordan River, near the city of Jericho to the wilderness. From Jericho, they continued through the hill country to the city of Bethel. Then it went westward, along the border with the Japhletites, to the region of Lower Beth Horon. Then it went to Gezer, and ended at the Mediterranean Sea. From Bethel, the border went to the city of Luz, reaching Ataroth, where the Archites lived. The tribes of Manasseh and Ephraim, descendants of Joseph, received these lands as their possession. The lands of the families of the tribe of Ephraim are listed below. Their eastern border was the city of Atarath Adar to Upper Beth Horon. To the west, the border went from the city of Tapua to the brook of Canaan and ended at the Mediterranean Sea. From there, it went to the Mediterranean Sea. The tribe of Ephraim also received some towns and villages that were within the lands of the tribe of Manasseh. However, the Canaanites who lived in Gazer were not expelled. Michmath lay to the north. To the east, the border turned to the city of Tanath, Shiloh, and passed beyond it to the east, going to Janoah. Then it descended to the cities of Ataroth and Nara. It reached Jericho and ended at the Jordan River. These were the lands given to the families of the tribe of Ephraim to be their possession. They continue to live among the Ephraimites to this day, but they are forced to work as slaves.